Of all the questions that have ever lived inside me, one question that always stays: who am I? As simple as this question looks, it is way more deeper and complex to answer. It becomes complex when you have to answer to yourself. Trust me, when you have to answer it to others, it's so easy to say, this is what you are. You define yourself with your occupation, the achievements you have taken in your education, in your family. That's how you define yourself. But when you talk to yourself, you are unable to answer in this manner because you know that's not you, who truly you are. वेद उपनिषद बहुतों ने ये जवाब देने की कोशिश की है और सबसे गहराई जिसने छुई है वो था ऋषि याज्ञवल्क्य। उन्होंने बृहदारण्यक उपनिषद में कहा है, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि। कोई आपसे पूछे कि तुम कौन हो और तुम जवाब दो, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, आई एम द एब्सोल्यूट ट्रूथ। That was different. Then another famous rishi, Udalak Aruni, in his Chandogya Upanishad, he was saying it to his son that Tatvamasi, tu bhi wahi hai, which means you are also an absolute truth. So does this mean that you, me, our parents, the beggar on the roadside, the boss in the office, the prime minister of the India, anyone who we come across or we see, the billions of the people on this earth are all expression of the same one? Are we just fragments of one infinite mirror looking at itself through a billion eyes? ठीक है, उन्होंने बोला अहम ब्रह्मास्मि, मैं भी वही हूँ, तू भी वही है। लेकिन अगर सब कुछ वही वह है तो उन्होंने ये बनाने की ज़रूरत क्या थी? Why did he create us? Why did so many of forms have been created? Not just a human being I'm talking about. There are trees, there's so many living organisms. Right, what was the need of this creation? So I come across this beautiful answer, so which says, for consciousness to fully understand itself, it has to go through the paradox. It must forget itself. So consciousness in its purest form is infinite. It has no boundaries, no contrast, no separation, just limitless existence. But that is the problem. If something is everything, how can it truly know itself? If there is nothing outside of it, no contrast, no differentiation, then there is nothing to compare itself to, nothing to experience itself against. It is like trying to see your face without a mirror. So what does infinite consciousness do? It creates experiences, constructs an illusion of separation so that it can interact with itself. It fragments into different perspectives, different beings, different realities, so that it can experience itself in ways it never could as singular, all-knowing entity. It split itself, not in truth, of course, but in appearance. It creates the illusion of duality, of me and you, light and dark, birth and death, so it can see itself, feel itself, touch itself. But in order for those experiences to feel real, it has to forget that it created them. Consciousness has to create a deep, convincing illusion, a reality so immersive that it can actually forget it is the creator. It wraps itself in flesh, in time, in ego, in story, and lives 1,000 lifetimes as tree, bird, man, woman, child, god, beggar. It suffers, it loves, it forgets, and then it remembers. That's awakening. We are consciousness experiencing itself through these limited perspectives, and because we've forgotten our infinite nature, we get to explore, learn, struggle, love, rediscover ourselves in ways that wouldn't be possible if we already knew everything. The process of awakening is when consciousness starts to lift the veil to remember. It's when we start questioning, who am I really? Where did I come from? What is this world? Those questions leads us to the realization that we were never separate at all. That forgetting was just part of the journey so that the remembering could be meaningful. In short, forgetting creates contrast, contrast creates experience, experience creates understanding, and through this cycle, consciousness deepens its own self awareness over and over, forever. It's a beautiful explanation, very logical as well. और सच तो यही है, आज तक जिन्होंने भी जानने की कोशिश करी है और जो पहुंचा है एक एक गहराई तक, उसने वापस लौट के यही कहा है. बट चलो, बट से पहले लेट्स सी, देयर आर सो मेनी नेम्स इन द हिस्ट्री who have done it and who have said it. So let's go through few names. The first one, Adi Guru Shankaracharya. He himself given this concept of non-duality, Advaita Siddhant. He says, Brahm Satyam Jagat Mithya. The self is real, the world is illusion. Then comes our Raman Maharshi. He says, there is no you and me. The only thing that exists is pure awareness. Then comes our Ramakrishna Paramhans, who had direct vision of Kali, Christ, Allah. So all paths as leading to one, said, Joto Mot, Toto Path. As many faiths, so many paths. Then we have our Sant Kabir Das. He says in his one of the Doha, Jab main tha, tab hari nahi, ab hari hai, to main nahi. Our Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, Ik Onkar, there is only one. Mansoor said, Anal Haq, I am the truth. Bulle Shah said, बुल्ला की जाना मैं कौन. बुल्ला कहते हैं, मैं क्या जाना कि मैं कौन हूँ. Rumi says, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in a drop. Lao Tzu says, the 10,000 things rise and fall while the shelf watches in stillness. Jesus said, I and the Father are one. The kingdom of God is within you. Plotinus says, the one is everywhere and nowhere. नाम बहुत सारे हैं, अनगिनत नाम. धुलनदास, रविदास, मीरा, ललेश्वरी, तुकाराम, नामदेव, गोरखनाथ, ये सब रसिक संत, भक्ति के रस में डूबे हुए डिवाइन से एक हो जाते हैं. Thousands of unknown mystics, Sufis dancing in deserts, monks meditating in Himalayan caves, nameless fakirs, forest-dwelling yogis, all dissolved into one, with no desire for name or fame. The message has always been the same. There is no you and me. There is only that. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, experiencing itself as you. That's deep, isn't it? But the question again, this is the deepest any human on this earth has ever reached. That's the deepest. And if, but now these days, this particular information is available so easily that I have read it, but I do not have the experience of it. When I say that I am the truth, I am the consciousness, I am this universe, I just say it. These are just words. I don't feel the same. In order to feel, there are so many paths have been suggested by the different saints. We'll see, we'll follow and see if we still feel the same or the answer is different. So I leave you with this, with another rise of wisdom in your heart.